Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. So it's Monday and let's check what is going on in the market. What can we expect? I think this video gonna be a bit longer than usual. So as usual, I will start with SP500. If you remember my last video, I was talking about market and that it looks like it will do a new all-time high if it will break all these resistance levels, and as we can see, lows were holding and SP500 itself did already almost 5% of the move, right? Today, in my opinion, very important day to understand what kind of week we're gonna have. Why I say that it's important, because if you go to 6 monthly time frame, we can see that in almost 7 hours we're gonna have a 6 monthly close. Then if we go to 3 monthly, we will have a 3 monthly close, and of course a monthly close as well. So far everything looks pretty good. Monthly looks pretty bullish. We can see this clean V-shape reversal. The previous resistance level was broken. The price did new all-time high. It did close above 0.75, and as usually there's a law. If the price breaks and gives a proper close above 0.75, the next stop comes towards to 1.41 or 1.61 on Fibonacci. So I will wait for upcoming weeks or maybe months for these levels, and of course if this level will be broken, then this is gonna be our next stop. But it's more high time frame. Let's go to weekly time frame now. Weekly time frame looks also pretty bullish. We can see this beautiful candle on the weekly time frame, and the price usually, if it has a really strong bullish momentum, it starts to simply going only up without giving any corrections. So this is the first possibility, or starts to consolidate above resistance zone. So this resistance zone that we had, it should stand as a support. So which means that SP500 could retest like $6,000 area before giving another highs, but it's more about weekly time frame. So now let's go to daily time frame. And why do I say that it's very important to see how it's gonna close? So let's say if now during this upcoming hours the price will start showing lower highs and showing, for example, on 1 hour or 4 hour downside move or some SPF, like a fake breakout, and returning back towards to this local support, like below this local support is 6,197. Then of course the price can go much lower, and if we turn on EMAs, FVGs, or if we would use only Fibonacci, and Fibonacci I will put from this low to this recent high over here, and on Fibonacci we can see this level. So a price could give smaller correction towards to this first support zone, worst case towards to this support zone, which also aligns with the previous resistance zone. As I said, previous resistance zones should stand as a strong support. So every time price comes to one of these Fibonacci levels, it should give a strong bounce. And of course, price cannot just go only up. We might see some losing momentum, and the trend shift on lower time frame to just retest all these gaps, all these FEGs that we have, that we can see on this chart. So any correction either from current price, because we can see on a 1 hour time frame that every close that this index gives us is lower than the previous one, right? So it gives us lower highs and probably, yeah, and bearish divergence on 1 hour. So any correction from current level to this golden pocket area on Fibonacci or even lower towards to 1.41 is okay. Is okay. And I would start looking for longs from these areas. All right, longs towards the new all-time high. And what can completely change the bullish trend? Only if the price will return back below $6,000. It means that on daily time frame, price gives a close below this low time frame support and it just starts downtrending, and gives a proper close below $6,000. Can do some fake retest, some fake bounce. In this case, we can say, all right, the price will go much, much, much lower, and we will have a bearish trend continuation. But so far, as long as the price on a daily on high time frames is about $6,000, in my opinion, there's nothing to be worried about. It can easily continue going much higher. And let's quickly check 6 monthly time frame. 6 monthly time frame looks pretty interesting. Like, look at this crazy bullish candle, this crazy bounce. And last time we saw this kind of scenario in January 2020. Price also bounced like crazy, gave a good bullish close, and then we could see this 6 monthly green candle in a row, and then another proper correction, and then again bullish trend continuation. But this is just a very like high time frame idea. So this is also possible. It means that high time frame so far looks like bulls will be in control, which means better stand on the trend that is leading right now. It is bullish trend, right? So if you will be a buyer, you will be winning in this situation. So this was about SP500. Now let's check crypto. Now I want to continue with USDT dominance. Let's go to US dominance. So what do we have? 1 hour time frame, a very bearish chart. I would say, look, if we just put even a trend line, we can see how the dominance was every time rejecting from this resistance line, right? And or it was respecting this 1 hour FEG, but it's 1 hour. Let's go to bigger time frame. So I was expecting previously that USD dominance could break through the 0.5 level towards to 0.75, but bears showed a strength, and US dominance rejected from this weekly time frame. So whenever you see that USD dominance or Bitcoin dominance is coming to one of the important support or resistance levels, it's better first either to just wait for some confirmations like breakouts, Second, if you really want to try to trade and you're sure about your direction, your position, just lower down your position Don't open too many trades. Don't try to catch every move, because usually this kind of situations, when the price comes to very strong area, it starts to chop, and it can chop like crazy, both direction, and lower time frame will always look like, okay, here it is, here's the bottom, or here it is, here's the top, right? So what do we have? Weekly definitely looks very bearish right now. But let me also check other time frames. Monthly time frame looks pretty neutral right now, because we can see that the dominance is above 0.75, but it's still below 0.618. 0.618 on Fibonacci, it's also important level. And yeah, on monthly it looks like it could like give another pump towards to this areas over here that were not filled. But let's go to 3 monthly. 3 months, it looks like pretty choppy, but it could still, on 3 monthly, like it could still go a bit lower before giving any proper bounce. Something like this, comes to this support line and then pumps again. Something similar to what happened here in October 2021, January 2022, and then this crazy pump. This kind of scenario also possible. I'm just telling you right now, like all possible scenarios, but yeah, it doesn't mean that this will happen for 1000%, just possibility. And of course, we have this kind of possibilities, and it could be that the price could go a bit lower to this low or to this Fibonacci levels, and of course this Fibonacci levels. In case dominance drops this much, I think crypto will just fly to the moon, like literally. Okay, and then let's go 6 monthly. 6 monthly more bearish, because look at this wicks above. We can see that USD dominance, first of all, it shows us a lower high. Let's say this was higher high, and look at this wick, it's lower than this one, so we have lower high. On the RSI side, nothing. Then what do we see? We can see that this level is being protected, right? 6.25. So dominance already 1, 2, 3, 6 monthly candle couldn't break or couldn't close above the 6.25, which means that on a more high time frame, this level is very important to watch. If there will be a close above, then expect a crazy pump towards to these levels. But yeah, what I want to say is that it looks like it will give us a downtrend, and dominance will slowly start going lower. But again, it's 6 months time frame. Now let's go to lower time frame, daily, and let's see what's going on daily. So even though weekly time frame looks pretty bearish, daily looks also interesting. We have 10 hours for the daily close. We can see that how it is respecting this 4.85% level, or 0.61 Fibonacci area. It shows us lower highs. We can see that every high was lower than the previous one, right? And then what else do we have? Let's go to 4-hour time frame. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that currently it's under the resistance zone. And if I will just put this Fibonacci from this high to this low, and from this high to this low, yeah, we can see that on a more local move, this will be first interesting resistance area, like 4.85, 4.87. So the dominance should not break above this Fibonacci levels. Would be perfect if, even if it will now bounce, it should reject these areas and give a lower high. In this case, we can expect a downtrend continuation, something like this. And the dominance could drop till this lows, like 4.65, then 4.53, where it can give a nice bounce again. All right, and then what do we see next? We can see that this area 1.41, which aligns with 4-hour FEG and also 0.5 Fibonacci level. So it means that this area is next important area in case the dominance will break above 0.75, you know, and starts grinding higher, then this can be next strong resistance level from where we might see a strong bearish reaction. So overall, a high time frame US dominance more bearish. Low time frame, I want to see bearish reaction from this zone, and then in case dominance goes higher from this zone. All right, now let's check Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance, let's go to high time frame. Why I'm checking high time frame today? Because we have 6 monthly close, 3 monthly close, and monthly close. So yeah, it's very important. So what do we see? Super bullish chart on a 6 monthly time frame. It looks similar to this situation in January 2019, July 2018. We can see that after this big green candles, there was another candle, right? So I still think that there will be a pump according to this candle on 6 months time frame, and I think there will be one more push higher towards to the 70 level, which previously was standing as a really very strong resistance level. So usually why Bitcoin dominance can pump? It can pump because there is a high demand to Bitcoin, and it is good if Bitcoin itself is pumping too. In this case, altcoins, strong altcoins, they will be keep growing, and weaker altcoins, they will not react that badly as usually, you know. But it still means that we should be careful with altcoins, because in case Bitcoin dominance will be just pumping and Bitcoin will just nuke a small percent, like 2-3%, we can expect a crazy dump on altcoins, like 10%, 12%, 20%. It's very individual, because we know how weak altcoins are, right? And so yeah, as long as Bitcoin dominance is very strong, please be careful with your size when you trade altcoins. All right. So 6 months so far very bullish. We will watch at this area 70. We will see how it will react. If I will see that it's trying to give a close above 70.89 on weekly time frame, 3D time frame, you know, this will indicate me that Bitcoin dominance wants to go higher towards to this 6 monthly FEG. All right. Then 3 months so far looks also bullish. Still, it has a chance to go even higher if there will be a proper close above 70.89. So keep in mind. Monthly time frame. Monthly time frame looks interesting. Monthly time frame looks more weak, I would say, rather than 3 monthly or 6 monthly time frame. So what can we expect? Let's go to lower time frame as well. So weekly time frame looks strong. We can see that it found a support and it confirms that it is a support, the 65.07% on down. So what can happen? We might have a chop on Bitcoin dominance on weekly time frame, just a chop somewhere around here, and then another push higher towards the 70. This is first scenario. Then if we go to daily time frame, the same. We can see that it is holding about the 65. Then it found a support on 20 and 26 EMAs and also daily FVG. So it could simply consolidate here and then give another breakout, like exactly what I drew on this chart. All right, as long as dominance is above 65, it has more chances to continue its bullish trend rather than if it would break below 65. In this case, we can talk about lower targets. So this is about Bitcoin dominance. In the next video, I will talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin.